Hey guys, what's going on? Resortified here. The best possible, quickest strategy for the main Easter egg coming up right here. The full guide for the main Easter egg in the Iron Dragon. The path that we took. Beforehand, you need to get the 4 bows upgraded, the Ragnarok DG4, and you're set to go. We got all the bows upgraded before round 5 or 6, and we got the DG4 while we were doing the main Easter egg. Best possible strategy. So let's get into the official steps of the Easter egg. The bows are used later, but we like to get them done beforehand so we can have them handy. So here's the Easter egg. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial, and I'll see you for the next one. The first official step of this Easter egg is doing the Dr. Groff cutscene and getting the Scavenger Hunt done. So what you need to do is get a non-upgraded bow. So if you have an upgraded bow, just put it back in the chest and go pick up the bow from the dragons. Get a non-upgraded bow, shoot the poles on top of the teleporter, and it'll play a reptile noise, which means the scavenger hunt is beginning. You'll find a random, shocking item around the map. I'll show some examples of it, and you have to shoot it with an upgraded bow this time. If you don't shoot it with an upgraded bow, it'll mess it up. And then, once you find the item, shoot it with an upgraded bow, play the reptile noise again, and you have to find another item. You'll have about 1.5 to 2 minutes to find each item, so it gives you plenty of time if you know where they are. And if you mess up this process, if you either hit an item that you're not supposed to, hit it with a non-upgraded, or you don't find it, you have to wait until next round and it'll start the noise at the beginning of the round. So try to do this right when you hit the teleporter, because chances are you only have 1 or 2 zombies. So you have to do this 4 times. You have to find 4 items, about 2 minutes each. And once you find 4 items, go back to the teleporter room, because the teleporter is now purple and you can travel back in time to get the Dr. Groff cutscene. During this cutscene, you're going to have to find 3 items. One of them is a code, so I'll show you where these items are. One of them is for later, but it's better to just get it now and get it over with. So the first item, which is for later, is the Mpd Soul Capsule. You'll need this for the end of the Easter egg. You'll notice it's just like the one for Moon. It's going to be missing in the end, so you need to find it. The next one is a fuse, which you'll need right away. You'll hear a clicking noise. It's about in this general area. Just hold square and find it, or use if you're on a different system. The last thing is the code that Dr. Groff puts in the safe. Make sure you write it down. If you go to a different round, for example, if I went to round 11 or 12, I have to travel back in time again because it'll be a different code. So with the fuse you just got, head over to the death ray and actually put it in the death ray. You'll see that it gives you a option to switch the death ray to protect on the other side of the fuse. Switch it to protect and actually turn on the death ray. Now go over to these computers by the clock tower. You'll notice the symbols are matching the symbols from the safe. Just input the code that you got from the safe. It's different for me because I traveled to round 14. I was on round 10. Put in the input code and you'll be good. And now you can go to the safe in real time. Just go over to the safe in the teleporter room and there'll be 3 items you need to pick up. 2 canisters and a key card. It'll just pick them up all at once. Now head over back to the death ray and actually put those 2 canisters in the death ray. There's going to be a missing one for each of the death ray antennas. Put it in there and you'll be good to go for the next step. Now you have to switch the death ray to destroy. You don't have to turn it on or anything. Switch it to destroy, and you have to actually come back to the console and play Simon Says on it. There's going to be 4 different combinations. You just match it up with the main computer. There's going to be dogs spawning, so make sure one person has the zombies while you kill the dogs. Once you do it the first time, it will make the death ray glow. Go to the next Simon Says area, which is down in the rocket area, and do it one last time. It is crucial that you have the death ray on destroy for this part. Now, for the next part, you actually put it on protect and hit the back of the death ray. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the back of it and it'll shoot Dempsey out of the sky. He'll crash onto Earth, the clock tower, and all that jazz, and then drop the golden rod. Now for this part, you can either do the golden rod first or travel back in time. I highly recommend you pick up the golden rod and travel back in time. It'll make your life easier. Pick up the golden rod, go back and do the cutscene Easter egg part or step one last time where you find the scavenger hunt item. So we had to go one more round. Go back in time. You'll notice Dr. Groff isn't here. Go to the back corner and mash square or use on this box. It'll finally open after a little bit and give you a tablet. Now with the golden rod you just got, go to the Templar gravestone location where you get your original bow and put the golden rod into the Templar. It will spawn a keeper and you have to follow this keeper around the map. They'll go to 4 different circles, and in these circles you'll notice your HUD is a different color every time. For example, mine's green right now, which means I have to use the wolf bow. There's going to be blue, red, and purple with each upgraded bow. So make sure one person has the bow necessary and they just get kills with the bow and they should be good. It'll go to another circle. Again, you have to do the same process. In this case, it was blue, so I have to get the electricity bow or the storm bow. There's one location where you have to actually need a tablet to get the bows, and I'll show you the location here in a second. That's why you traveled back in time to get that tablet, because it won't actually collect the souls unless you have the tablet. So for this location, you just put the tablet inside the wall right here, and then you can start collecting bows. I've had this been purple. In my case right now, it's the red for fire, so you just grab the souls. Once it's done, it'll turn into a real keeper and go all the way down to the pyramid. At any point, you can ditch it and just follow where it is later. It won't disappear. So it goes into the pyramid. I don't think it spawns any zombies at this point, so you can just watch this animation after you kill a couple dogs. And you'll notice the Mpd spawns. Now, if you remember from before, the first step of the Easter egg, you actually got the capsule that's missing from the Mpd. So just put it in. If you didn't get it, if you didn't follow my steps, you just travel back in time and pick up that capsule on the side of the room. You can check out the beginning of the video for that. It'll spawn in the keeper, and now you have to gear up. Make sure you have the Ragnarok. Everybody has a bow. You can do this with any amount of players, so just make sure everyone has good weapons, all the perks, Ragnarok, scumballs, whatever. This next part's going to be really hard. So make sure everyone is on these blue squares around the pyramid. Take out your gravity spikes and everyone lay them down as a trap at the same time. If there's 2 players, you just do 2 of the squares, and it doesn't matter how many players there are. In my case, there was 4 people, so all 4 of us put the gravity spikes in front of the pyramid, and we got teleported to the boss battle. This Corrupted Keeper boss battle will actually throw elements at you like fire, the ground will have traps, there's going to be keeper heads following you, and there's skeletons in the room, so be careful. Randomly, there's going to be an electric ball that appears in the middle. One person needs to lay down their gravity spikes as a trap right in the dead center of this ring where the electric ball appears. The electric ball will hurt you, so try to do it quickly and put your gravity spikes down quickly. When you do this, the keeper will become vulnerable, and you have to shoot its chest, which is glowing, with charged shots of the bow. It have to be charged shots as far as I am concerned. So again, put the gravity spikes down, and then it'll become vulnerable, and you shoot charged shots. If you don't manage to put the gravity spikes down, it will do an electric pulse around the map and kill everybody, as long as you're not behind a pillar. If you're behind a pillar, you'll be fine when the shock happens, but there are a lot of skeletons and such, so you have to be really careful with that. So make sure you coordinate with your team who puts down the gravity spikes when the electric ball appears. Again, if you don't put an electric ball down, it will shock the whole field, and you have to make sure you stand behind a pillar. So it takes a couple of times to actually get the keeper to die, and it took us about 3 times each time. So we put the gravity spikes down when there was a ball of lightning, we shot the keeper, and we're good to go. Make sure you're killing skeletons with your not your bow, but your other weapon, so you can get your gravity spikes back, because you have to do this process 3 times. So we did the electric ball 3 times, we damaged the keeper, it gave us a max ammo, and now it starts the panzer wave. Panzers will start spawning, the keeper isn't there anymore, and after you kill all the panzers it gives you, and the max ammos it gives you, so make sure you get those too, the keeper will appear, and you have to do the electric ball step again. So electric ball will appear, somebody puts their gravity spikes down, you shoot the keeper with charged bows, and then once you do that 3 more times, it'll do another panzer wave. That panzer wave will be even harder. Once you finish with that, one final keeper round, there's going to be panzer spawning this time. You put the charge shots, or the charged Ragnarok, in the middle. You shoot the keeper with charged shots. There's going to be more skeletons, more traps. It gets really, really hard, so make sure you have a good team and you are set, because it does get really difficult. Finally, once you shoot the keeper in the chest the final time, it'll die and teleport you back on Earth, and you're ready for the ending or the cutscene. All you have to do is take the summoning key from the pyramid, take the summoning key and go to the original Simon Says machine, put it in, and it'll start the cutscene. And that is the Easter egg. The hardest part, in my opinion, is definitely the boss battle, because you have to get the Ragnarok charged back every time. When you shoot the panzers, it will charge back about 1/3, so make sure you coordinate with the other members of your team who has the charged Ragnarok, so everyone has a charged Ragnarok when the ball of lightning comes up. So it is really difficult to do this, but it is manageable, and a lot of people have done it so far. So just make sure you're geared up and ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a hell of a fun time trying to do this Easter egg. It's definitely one of my favorite Easter eggs, if not the best. I think it was great to do this Easter egg. It was just so much fun to do it these past couple days. So I hope the tutorial helped. If you did enjoy it and it helped you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. More videos on the map coming soon, so make sure to stay tuned to my channel. Until next time, guys, I've been Resortified. Peace.